Renkyz and into our first game.
Hopefully this is one that is actually going to be played.
Yep. Fingers crossed.
I'm seeing the players. The lols is in here.
Yep, everyone.
And they're joining.
Everyone's in here, so we are getting the players on the side. Hopefully teams are on the right side. Me. I'm just going to check. Smith's teams on the blue side,
yeah,
and
right.
that is all good. So we're underway finally with the first match of tonight's tournament in Renkyz. Like usual, take us away with your beautiful casting.
Not a whole heck of a lot going on to start with. A little bit early aggression from the Girlz, keeping it in Smith's team's half. But that's quickly changing. Shushu off the backboard. Steve with a follow-up. Damo deep in net. Not going to be able to reach that one in time. Bit of an early mistake in defense here from the Girlz.
It's a reverse for Damo. I think that's the worst part of it. You don't want to reverse into goal and sort of waiting too long for it is always a tricky part of it, of anything in Rocket League. Hatsu had momentum, needed probably to wrap the wall and turn around. Oh, well, in the start of the match, when you're waiting so long to get going, sometimes the momentum can go against you like that.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Slurpee, good dunk. This has the pass across, but unfortunately to no one. The lols does win out in the 50-50 challenge. In the corner, beaten out by Shushu. In the corner, Damo. Good touch, keeps it high of the goal. Now not able to contest that one for a shot. This is off the corner in the wall though, so Steve gets a great pass. It's popped that out nicely. Smith's off the tires, but Damo, nice prediction. Pre-jump save there. Another shot comes high and right. Steve fails with a follow-up. It leaves an open net though. Smith tries to go far post, but Slurpee's there. Gets a nice clearance out. The lols. The sideball sealing down. Mr. Shushu. Good aggression so far from Smith's teams. Not a huge amount of shots yet.
Smith's is flying around, using a lot of booster curve on it. Probably better off coming down. Steve, interesting touch. Nice from his teammate and Smith's, and he scores the second for his team. So a good start here for Smith's team, and the man in the motion of it. Just a good recovery off the wall there to put that one in.
It was a great play from Steve as well. Obviously, probably angling for that shot, but he knows if he doesn't get it, it's going to work as a backboard pass to a teammate, and obviously that was Smith that came through, so a really great follow-up from him.
That was
again winning another kickoff.
That was an interesting kickoff though from Slurpee Monster. I don't know what angle he landed on, but didn't look good.
Shushu up early, fakes out the lols mid-air, gets the flip reset as well, but unfortunately for him, Damo gets a great save off that. So close yet so far. Smith's into the corner, but won't be able to recover for that one. Damo off the sidewall, gives it straight to Steve, pops it high for shoot. Slurpee Monster bumped out of the way. It's going to be the lols. Steve already on top of the ball. Throws this one forward. Slurpee take a crack downfield, not powerful enough and really low as well. Steve off the sidewall, gets a win on the challenge. Smith's, what a catch into the corner, gets that pass across as well, but too close to the lols. And Mr. Shushu back pass. Oh no, it's gone horribly wrong. Steve flew straight past it, but somehow Smiths have managed to keep up the aggression and retain possession.
Just remember, Smiths is not a bad player. He's got a lot of experience down the belt, and you know, it's just about getting himself some practice with his team and getting some good competition time in, and he starts to regain his competitiveness back. He is a strong player when he's got a good team with him. Shushu, strong as well, along with Steve, can consider it. He's actually high as, is it high and competitive in twos, or is it ones what I see in the rank? It doesn't matter anyway. I'm getting off track. It's Mr. Shushu, puts in the third. Team's unstoppable at the moment.
Really great team play downfield. Steve got that first touch out. Smith with a follow-up, and Shushu takes that shot as it bounced off that top bar. Really nice team play.
I think it's the ones leaderboard that we're looking at as Steve sitting in the top 50 at the moment. So he is strong individually on the field, and give the ball, he can do anything with it. At the moment, it's Shushu running at the ball. Damo defensively doing well, brings it down his teammate coming forward. That Slurpee Monster onto it, can't get the second. Steve working hard. Smiths, good 50-50, gets the ball forward, lost. And an attack though, Damo didn't do much of it. It was straight onto the goal, backboard Mr. Shushu. An attempt on. That one back out, just relieved on pressure though. Steve, chance to just bring this one on. Shu just waiting. Sure where it was going to go. It's cleared up high, and so both teams little bit of time to think about what they wanted to do. A couple of plays starting to happen here. Backboard chance. Interesting, Steve. And Smith's working out a combo, but just wide off.
Yeah, unfortunately, wide on the shot there to the right. Lols gets passed down to Damo. Doesn't receive. Mr. Shushu tries to get that on top of his car, but can't get the flick over top of Slurpee Monster. Steve will now clear. Brought in by the Lols. Smith's plenty of time. Damo helps him out with the clearance, but it's a pass to Slurpee Monster. Shoot, good save. Follows it up off the backboard. He's never going to beat the Lols to the ball. Smith isn't there. Get the easy save. Gets cleaned up though. Steve's got to make that clearance across face net. Smith's a bit of an unlucky spawn there. He will receive though. Drops this one down. Damo to Steve now. Off the backboard. Steve following it up himself. It's going to be a pass to Smith.
There it is.
He will finish it. Close touch here by, I believe it was Damo in net. Just could not jump up in time.
Yeah, Damo going the 100 boost though, and again we see him in a position where he's caught off guard, not facing the ball, and he's forced us to jump in an awkward position and try and save. And it's coming into question that boost and the positioning where he is defensively. I don't mean to single him out, but the goals where he's scored, and it's really costing his team a defensive effort. He's been in those positions.
Absolutely. Coming into 45 seconds remaining, and still this no goals here for the Girlz. Almost 5-0 there. Lols makes a great save off the back of Mr. Shushu's shot. Damo solo down the field for now. Is looking for a teammate to pass to. 1v1 with Smiths. Does break it out over the top of him. Off the sidewall, good follow-up. Takes a shot to almost open net. Slurpee does get up in the air for the save, and Lols takes his place. Steve. Pass with a drop down out of that corner. The Lols. Takes on Mr. Shushu. In favour of Mr. Shushu with the 50-50. In no man's land. Smith takes a shot at near post, but an early block comes out. Again, no man's land. The game's already over, Bizer, so I guess the players aren't too enthusiastic to get on the back of the ball, but you never know. Another goal here could really hurt the confidence. What a save from Damo. It's not going to help him out, but, you know, got to farm those stats, Bizer.
Yeah, Smith's team strong from the start, and every goal they got, the defence was just picked open and caught off guard, and it was a lot of shots coming off the backboard, completely exposed, and in a lot of the game, Renkyz, and a lot of the game at the moment, it's in OC, and especially the world game, that backboard is defensively cleared. There's a lot of clearance work being done. In terms of the orange team, the Girlz, there was 9 on the backboard to clear. So there's the first mistake coming from them. The rotations are not quick enough. I know Damo top scored there, but it was a couple of positions, and I did signal him out in that match. There was a couple opportunities there where he was caught awkwardly on a real bad angle to save a ball. And in the ones game, they talk about facing your opponent with the ball and making sure that you're facing the ball when you go to save. On 2 of those occasions, he had his car facing the awkward angle, and you got a less of a chance at saving it. So, a real hard chance for the orange team to get themselves into the game by defensive saves, let alone going forward.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. Just a matter of the rotations for the whole team were just a little bit awkward. Damo, unfortunately, being on the crappy end of the stick for that one. It's just unlucky that it happened to be his rotation. He only just got back from getting boost, and just, you know, handbrake turn just wasn't in time. He got a touch on the ball, but it was just never enough to keep it away from the net. And obviously that's down to a lot of credit of Smith's team from being able to just put those shots in that quickly.
Well, we're back into it. Second game, Smith's team strong in the first in the opening after a bit of a delayed start. Welcome everyone into the chat, into the room as well.
This guy.
Community cast here for the Gfinity Challenger Series, doing the competitive cup at the moment. Potentially probably some contenders, depending on what the admins do. I'm not 100% sure, but we do have the Smith's teams taking the Girlz, and a couple of early shots there, Renkyz.
Yeah, Damo. Nice save there. Slurpee Monster will clear out. And we did see it in chat earlier on from Bailey Mate that Sexy Steve is top 20s in 2v2s. He believes that he's 17th at the moment.
Yeah, I saw that as well. So that's a pretty good feat, and I can see. I've been watching Bango lately. He's been trying to catch him. I think that's why. I was thinking it was 2 is the one. I was half thinking it was 2s, but took a stab at one. He's pretty good at one's game. This one's a boomer though, coming from the Lols. I'm going to correct myself in terms of boomer. It's just a good shot. Look where he's got it from.
Yeah. There was some nice speed on the shot initially, but that bar down obviously taking a lot of pace off the ball. Almost a touch too high, but in the end just enough. A great shot comes out.
Well, it's a good start. That's where they needed to be. The Lulz is going to pick up, well, what he was going to pick off it. Shushu's going to attempt on goal. Slurpy Monster waiting for it. Able to direct that back out. Lulz to the middle. Steve just holds it out. Smiths makes the 50-50 contest. Damo should be able to do something with it. It goes past him. No one home for this one. Shushu ties up the game. And it's just a couple moves from both of these teams at the moment, not settled into the defensive movements.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at Slurpy Monster there. He's trying to go for that Spider-Man save down. He accidentally bumped someone off the wall, off the backboard. I think it was the Lulz, I'm not certain though. So he tried to go for the save after, it just could not make it in time, unfortunately, for him. So that does tie up the game. Let's see what happens. Oh no, it's almost gone horribly wrong. Damo just makes a save off the post. Slurpy Monster passes it into
I didn't even think Damo meant to do that. He's sort of just like rolled on and gone, oh, okay, please, 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 please. And it's worked out. That's really random. Wow.
That was close. Damo up in the air, trying to redirect that one down. Gets the shot on target, but it's a little bit high. Comes off that top bar. So close yet so far. Slurpy Monster off the side wall. He's got no boost. Tries to get that jump, send him towards the ball. Gets pretty close, but not close enough. Steve, fortunate landing on that boost. Not quite an open net. Smith's backboard pass. Slurpy Monster's there. Shushu does get the dunk, but it's too high. Damo aims for the curb. It's a pinch up. The sidewall out. It's a great pass across. The Lulz is not wide enough, so he was aiming for a corner, couldn't even get that. Shushu to Steve. Following it up nicely as well. Going for a pinch, maybe no. Bailed out in the end, does get the shot, but Damo is enough for him to save.
This is a better play coming from the Girlz. I'm really enjoying this last period of the last minute or so. A lot of control. Passing play even starting to come in fruition, but no one connecting in the forward line, and that's where they've fallen down so far in the first. Hopefully they can just hold on at the moment. Get some defensive mistakes coming on from Smith's team and capitalise on them. Has a chance for the Lulz. Got high off the backboard. Rotation will come through. A hit from Shushu. Also gets Smith out of the line. Damo down to the pocket. His teammate was there for a second, but he backed out. Smith's was in the wing. It doesn't, well, the pinch doesn't work out for him, though. He does pick up the second. Good second effort. Does get countered by Slurpy Monster. For that second, he's out of the running as Shushu brings it downfield. SS Steve. Smith's far side. Shushu back into the box. It's back high at the moment. Attack from Smith's team, just looking a little bit disorientated. Not sure about it at the moment.
Yeah, they're trying to get it together. It's just not quite working out. There's a lot of quick, fast rotations coming out from both teams. They're kind of throwing each other off. And, you know, they're trying to get these pass plays to work out for them, but it's just being equally countered by the opposite team every single time. Slurpy Monster trying to get that clear, but again, Shushu's there. Nice aerial dribble off the sidewall, pulls it straight down. Damo there again for another save. He's been a beast in net this game so far. But the Slurpy Monster doesn't get the touch with the ties. The Lulz finds it over the top, though. Picks up the second goal.
And it's come down to someone taking a risk on the opposition side to open up that defensive rotation, and it's a straight down aggressiveness from the Girlz to get it right down there and Lulz onto the point to put it in the back of the net. The fact is they waited patiently, they waited, and they didn't budge in terms of defensive move. Quickly from Smiths off the kickoff. Defense was there to hold him up. Shushu, well, he's going to have another crack here. Hopefully that he can actually put it in this time. Looking to fake, his teammate comes across. Steve. Damo doing the defensive end work and doing it well. It's 2-1 at the moment, 50 seconds remaining. Goals required here for Smith's team.
They were going for that pinch earlier on with that shot. Steve and Shushu, they might try again. They do get a pinch, but it's straight into the defender. The backboard Slurpy Monster. Smith can take a shot, shoots it straight towards Lulz along the ground as well. Easiest save of his life. Steve bangs that one downtown, but Damo with the early pickup, not quite close enough to Lulz. Gets demoed on the way through as well. Slurpy takes the shot far post. Great save from Steve. It's crunch time now. 20 seconds remaining for Smith's team. Stark contrast from game one here, Buzzer. It was a 4-0 whitewash for Smith's team earlier, and now the Girlz holding a 1-goal lead with just 10 seconds remaining. Smith's team on the attack though.
They had so much control. Lulz down forward. The corner angle to work it. Backboard in. Oh, that was the clutch moment for Slurpy Monster. They could keep this up. It's going top corner, bar down. They want to roll it over. It doesn't matter. It is the Girlz that get the game and then tie up the series.
they wanted that to go on the ground, and all of a sudden at the end, then there's still that golden opportunity for the shot, and they take it, but there was that defender right there. Picks up the save. So close yet so far from being a 3-1. As you said, it does not matter. They've tied up the series, Biza, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a best of 5.
Best of 5 all the way through. It's a single elimination. And then
what about the grand final?
Best of 7. Best of 7 grand final.
Okay.
From what we can remember. So absolutely crazy. So this series, contrast to the second game, completely different. So first game, I'm going to ready up. Renkyz will ready up when he's ready. Because we're a little bit behind in time. But they've brought it back, the girls. So the first game was rather concerning, because Smith's team was just slamming goals in and breaking the defence right open. But considering that second game, they were right in it, and they're looking pretty good to take out the third and fourth.
Absolutely. Momentum is a thing in Rocket League, and it's certainly on the side of Smith's team currently. Not a huge amount, though. I mean, it was a close win for them still. And we did see the girls in there fighting it out. We'll see what happens now, though. The kickoff has already got underway.
Jules with the ball there and sends it far side. That will relinquish possession for the moment. Smith doesn't do anything, but it's going back to him. League's funny. Sometimes you lose the ball, but it comes back to you. Anyways, Damo does nothing with it. So 30 seconds of play that not really threatening on both halves, but that's generally how I see Rocket League is. A fill-out phase moment where everyone gets boosted, gets settled into the rotations of patterns and a play. Here's Damo with a chance. Smith's clearance, Slurpee Monster will send us back down. Steve under a bit of pressure with a 50-50. And we were forced to work at second, pass halfway mark into the hot box. Damo down. For everyone at home, I've got a little fun sway of terminology I use. I like to call it the hot box. Everything happens in that box, so it's the hot box for me. Yeah. 4 minutes remaining, minute down, still 0 all on the scoreboard.
Starting to warm up a little bit in here for Smith's team. The girls just biding their time, waiting for that correct play out of attack. Sorry, out of defense into attack. Shoot over the top, but Lols does make that save. Doesn't quite make it around Steve. Slurpee Monster with that clearance out. So again, they're just waiting for this right time to move forward. By the Smiths over the top. Damo will get the save, pushes that one downfield. Steve out of the corner, gets a power clear over the top. Smiths doesn't connect. It gives Lols a big opening opportunity. No bumps onto the goalkeepers until the Lols go straight through onto Steve himself. Damo caught reversing. Shrew over the top. Slurpee Monster, good clear downfield. Steve brings it back. Lols up in the air to contest. Probably a good thing he didn't get that touch. Damo picks up. Tries to dribble through the midfield. Doesn't quite make it around Steve. Corner now, Lols. Smith's off the backboard. Slurpee does beat him to it.
Oh,
Steve,
Damo!
Shot from Damo, puts it straight down.
That angle is absolutely a beauty. Just have a look at it. He's sailing in and turns right here and uses the rear end to get that angle. That is a hard shot to pull off, just to get that correct. And continue. And you, okay, you're sailing at that height and you're still climbing to turn and actually get that to go down the back of the goal. That's a hard one to pull off. Well done, Damo. The first goal for the boys of the Gal. I love it, the boys of the Girls.
He almost pulled another one off kickoff there. Steve gets the pass across the Shushu, wins out in the dunk, but it's just high off the crossbar. Big demo on a Smiths. Slurpee Monster off the sidewall, almost to pinch the Lols. Got that to win out for him, Smiths. Gets the pass out to Steve, puts it forward for Shu off the sidewall. Nice little pinch, keeps it moving forward off the backboard. Doesn't get that second touch. The follow through is not there in time. Slurpee Monster has time to take this to the wall. Smiths try and challenge him on there. Slurpee Monster better off with the challenge. Good pass across from Shu. Steve, a little bit deep. The Lols has missed. Damo, plenty of time now. Gets a great pass across to Slurpee, but doesn't find that shot past Shu. Damo slots in behind Steve. Takes the shot. Lols makes the save. Looks for a pass across now. It's a beauty as well, but just Damo beaten out by Mr. Shushu. Slurpee Monster doesn't win that challenge. Shu quick down the field. 100 boost. Takes this one slow. Doesn't get it past Damo. A lot of great ground tackles happening in this game so far, Biza.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of aggression coming out from the girls. The key for them, if they can, they're going directly down the field. It's the corridor game for them, and if they can't, it's quick tackles that gets them down the side of the field, and then a chance to get to the goal. It's just relentless pressure from them right now as Damo launches out the goal again. Steve will come across and clear it. Another one from Slurpee. They're hemmed in at the moment. Boost start, if you will, and they're continuing just to hold.
Still a lot of back and forth. Just a minute, 10 seconds remaining. Still see the Girlz with that 1-goal lead. Damo picks up dribble control on the sidewall. Challenge gone wrong there. Steve on the second challenge gets it through. Slurpee, big pinch across. Shu trying to get that touch into the center. It still works out for Steve. Back to Shu again, but not in time. Smiths puts it up on the sidewall, drops out. Steve goes now. Trying to get that pass across to Shu. He's waiting there, but again, Damo picks the time to challenge, comes out. Slurpee wants to easy save there. Uncontested off the backboard now. The Lols. Pops the sidewall. Not going to get there in time for the second touch as Steve puts it high. Shu. Backboard pass. Unfortunately, no one quite there on the right wing in time. Lols will beat out Steve on that challenge, and Smiths back to Shu. Steve double commit on that one, so starting to see Smith's team maybe lose communication a little bit here. Could be a multiple set of things going on for them right now, Buzzer.
Just pressure at the moment. And this is brilliant from the Girlz. The start of the first game in this series, completely unaware of sort of what Smith's team's all about, and this pressure from them was unrelentless, and it's completely swung the other way. It's unbelievable how it's been turned right around. The Smith's teams, we talk about how strong their talent is from every individual player. Mr. Shushu, a lot of experience. As Steve talking top 20 in the 2v2 world, and Smith's, you know, a player that has a lot of skill, and when playing with the right people, he could be, you know, a real asset. A team that went 4-0 in the first game and looked hot, completely just shattered the Girlz' defense, have just completely gone to sleep in game 2, game 3, and haven't looked like responding at all.
Yeah, it's been tough for them. The Girlz really putting stuff out there on the field that Smith's team are finding difficult to answer, it seems. Again, it's not huge wins these past 2 games. You know, only 1 goal in it sort of thing, but it's enough to keep them ahead, and they're able to just stack that pressure on top of Smith's team, and it's working out very well for the Girlz.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. The Girlz right now ready to take this game and set themselves into the next round, or do we see Smith's team bring it right back to get set into game number 4? Smith's team comeback train has to be set, and well, if it's Smith's team, the captain himself, Mr. Smiths, needs to set himself with a first goal as Steve with a chance. Shoot with the third, they'll open with the first.
This is what they were looking for. They've been trying to pull these off in these games, and just now it's worked for them. Nicely placed off that curb as well. A tiny bit lower. It could have easily bounced way too high for Mr. Shoot. A great pass overall. Early goal here for Smith's team.
This one played wide. Back to the middle. Steve, an interesting move. Smiths plays it right to the corner. Back inside, Damo, the interesting clearance. It actually just gives us back to Smiths there. And he does well to put that one in. Clearance work, just not what I were really looking for from either of these 2 players here. But then again, that's just a tricky position to be put into.
Yeah, I think what Slurpee Monster was expecting there is he thought Damo had that touch off the side, or off the backboard, sorry, and when Damo missed, Slurpee Monster not in the greatest position with his car to be able to get a power clear on that. All he could manage was a side flip, did his best, unfortunately just wasn't enough to get that one cleared. Smith on his rotation out, saw that ball get cleared straight to him, wrapped around and took that shot in, so Steve couldn't make the shot, but as it turns out, Smith's good enough to be able to wrap around and pick up on it. Pinch attempt from Mr. Shu, and Steve not quite there. Smith's finds left post. Steve just trying to keep it away from the Lols. It's a great pass across to Mr. Shushu, who isn't there just yet. Damo misses, the Lols is there. Gets the pass across again, no, but it's popped high by Shu. Smith tries to make it that far post for Shu to clear, does get there in time. Damo not quick enough to capitalize on that shot opportunity that could have come through for them. The Lols now out of the corner. He's out in that challenge, bounces down for Damo, tries to get that air roll lean jump, just not enough. Shu downfield. Damo going for the bump. That's probably a shot on goal just off the top bar. So close yet so far again from Mr. Shushu. He hasn't picked up one of those yet, Bizer, but I'm feeling it. I feel like it's going to come soon.
Just a momentarily apologise for that quick slide in slides. Anyways, get back to the action. A couple transitions that went astray. 2-0 at the moment. And the ball just back and forth, Renkyz, this game. Interesting to see how it's cracking, but Smith's team, it's a good start for them. They got the 2, the pressure. And we always talk about scoreboard pressure as a thing in Rocket League. When you get the first 2 early goals, it's sort of you create the pressure and you start to control the ball in your own retrospect.
Yep. That's exactly what Smith's team have been able to do this game. And the Girlz, again, it's reversed now. They're the ones finding it difficult to respond to Mr. Shushu. I wasn't sure if he was going to get this one or not. Damo in net couldn't quite get that clearance out. Shoot, down to Steve. Shot's not quite there. Damo, I think he bumped off his own post there. Maybe trying to pinch the ball off the post, just didn't quite get it. A good follow-up from Mr. Shushu.
Ball into the corner. Here's Shushu flying down again, and it's pressure, defensive. This we played out with the Girlz. Games 2 and 3 was brilliant, but this one, they have been there and they have been challenging. And that's the important thing we need to point out is they haven't gone away from this game. It's been outplayed like game 1. And it's just being stepped up by the Smiths team. They really want to get themselves back into this. And I think the game's been equal throughout. This is the better off. Right now, the Lulz. Interesting touch coming down. Smiths is reversing back in, but she's not going to do any favour because Slurpy's got the line of the goals and just puts in the back of the net.
Yep, Smiths really caught out there on that near post. Unfortunate. Position he wants to be there is sort of in the back of the goal. Maybe even far post could have worked. He might have been a little bit too far away with that one. Just a very unfortunate defensive position for him. Not a lot you can do. A good first goal to be picked up there by Slurpy Monster for the Girlz. We're looking for another one already. Slurpy Monster downfield off the backboard, trying to follow it up. There's the defender, comes through just in the nick of time, picks up a huge save. Steve down to Shushu. Back onto the sidewall. Quick follow-up. Got up to the air. Got up in the air to the ball really quickly with that one. The Lulz. Just lets that roll past him to Slurpy Monster. Shoot. Doesn't find it past Damo. And again, challenge from Steve now. Smiths. Just lets the backboard pass come to him. Should be a clearance from Damo, but hello, Mr. Shushu. Gets through there. Smiths is just too far up. He's trying to figure out where he needs to be for these pass plays to happen, but 50-50 is happening in the corner and really throwing it off for him, Buzzer.
Steve plays it down for Shushu. Damo and Slurpy back. Lulz at the moment, 1 minute and 15 on the clock. 2 goals required here by the Girlz, and they could finish this one off. Remember, this is first game, and it's elimination straight away. There's no second chances here, ladies and gentlemen. Steve, a chance. Second effort from Smiths goes high, but everyone is out of play. And with a third person coming up and slamming it home for the Smiths team, there's definitely going to be it.
Yeah, Steve, that first shot, a little bit off on that left post, then shot high to the crossbar by Smiths, but a good follow-up from Steve's 4-1 with only a minute left. The game's certainly not over, but it is looking pretty good for Smith's teams right now, and it's likely that they'll be able to tie the series up, and we might be seeing that 5th and final game come through, Buzzer.
That's something we've seen from the Smiths team, though, so perfectly in their gameplay. Whether it's the second follow-up or the second effort from them, or the third player gets up aggressively and you see the second rotation come out, they've done that perfectly going forward for attack. In counter, though, from Slurpy Monster. Right, we got a game on our hands. It's not done. It's possible. 2 goals, 43 seconds remaining.
What a pass off the wall there from the Lulz, and Slurpy Monster sees the defenders sitting far post and center goal. Finds a great angle on near post quick enough that they weren't even able to react in time there, Bizer. Fantastic shot there. The Lulz ships this one high, doesn't expect the ceiling so early, so it drops down. Steve, that's a shot on goal. Damo has to make the save, does get there in time. No follow-up just yet. Mr. Shushu will hit it off the sidewall. Backboard, Slurpy Monster tries to get that push down. Damo adds the power, but Steve, what a rotation, comes through to pick up that epic save and the savior badge as well. Lulz into the corner. Mr. Shushu, it's worked out well, but Damo will get that clearance out. Popped high by Smith. Steve trying to challenge the Lulz. Does beat everyone to it. Smiths out of the corner. It's there. Shushu, can he make it there in time? Not quite. Damo wins the 50-50 up in there. Steve, they just have to keep it away from the net. If they don't score right now, it's over already, Bizer.
Yeah.
So close. If that one had gone in with a second left, technically it's still possible, but you're relying on a hell of a kickoff to get you through there. And we are going to game 5 now.
Yeah, we're going to game 5, and that's where it is. So I'll tell you what, Renkyz, it was all about the Girlz really coming back in the end there, and they really wanted to get those goals right in the dying seconds. Damo, you could tell, was just trying to edge that ball a little bit quicker and force Smith's team to get that defensive rotation out of sync. Just couldn't get it out. But you could see Smith's very disciplined, getting back, grabbing that boost very early on from the forward rotation, and getting set into position and countering a lot. Damo forcing a lot into this game. It's funny, he's been off, he's been on, he's been all over the place. Slurpee as well, the lols. There's a couple shots that are missing for the Girlz, and a couple of inconsistencies they can work on.
Yep.
It goes both ways at the moment. It's just going to be the better team at the end, and whoever makes less mistakes going through.
Yeah, I mean, the one advantage, one upside you can give to Smith's team here is both games that they've won by larger margins than the guys over on the Girlz. But again, I don't think that's going to make a huge difference here going into game 5. I'm still expecting quite a close game to come out, Baza.
Okay, we're going to get set into the final game. Shout out to everyone in chat, and it's good to have you guys in here. It's Saturday night Rocket League action, community casting for Gfinity Challenger Series. Game number 5. Smith's team's the Girlz. Plenty of Rocket League action here. Liza and Renkyz with all of it. And Renkyz, man, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Even though you're green screened in, Damo gets the first goal. Even though you're green screened in, still love to get you over into the studio one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Has to happen sometime, Baza. But that first goal, pretty early on, 15 seconds in. Again, it's games like these, Baza, immediately. My opinion has changed from being... Instead of it being a close, tightly contested game, this could just turn into a goal fest. Normally, games that start like this tend to be like that. As you were saying earlier on, usually in OCE, you see the first 30 seconds, just the teams back and forth, settling into the rotations, trying to figure each other out. When you start to see a lot of early goals like that, it does make you wonder. Looking for a reply already, Smith's team. Good aggression. Smiths. Let's get a touch. The lols not going to be able to beat Steve to a far post shot. So close yet so far. Smiths playing havoc with the goalkeepers there, I believe, Baza.
Yeah, that's what I'm laughing at. He's just doing donuts around the goalkeeper. Enough distraction. That goal close to the goal line, but not accurate enough. So that one gone begging.
There you go. Lols has to challenge Shu on the wall here. Shu does get a touch. Smiths. There's a bit of time. Gets it past Slurpee Monster, picks up the boost. Damo shot on Slurpee Monster, trying to get a redirect, but Steve comes through with the save right behind him. The lols. Going to bounce low. Shu turns around, gets the pass to Smiths. It's not worked out well. Steve with a nice rotation. Smiths already up in the air, bails out. Not confident on that one. Gets the pass off the backboard instead. Shu is there. The lols. It's saved high. It's there for anyone. Slurpee Monster first to it to get the clearance into the corner. Smart defensive plays right now from the Girlz. Going to keep this lead they've built for themselves. A great high pop pass up to Shu, and there it is, Smiths with the follow-up. This is a nice play from Smith's team. Pass to Steve from Smiths, up high to Shu. The shot's a little bit off. Somehow catches the inside edge of the post, which I didn't see coming, but Smiths did. What a read.
You got to think about the pressure, though, they put on very, very early on. They actually had 3 defensive players commit to the save that got the clearance. But then there were relentless pressure to get that back in, and the players already forward to set up that last attack that was so beautiful in the end. A full team play, bring that on, and no one was back, or the defense didn't have the boost to save or even make that. Even though it was all set, and as Smith gets a set, Steve will come back in, and Shu looking for the far corner. He's got it. Second goal. They're starting to turn it on at the moment. It's starting to get a little bit freaky.
Smiths, what a play. Got a block in the midfield, and somehow, I think it was Slurpee Monster went for the challenge off the sidewall. Somehow Smiths beat him. A nice little wave dash off the sidewall to get there in time. Doesn't get the shot on target, but then that follow-up there. Really nicely played here from Smith's team. We're going to have to face an aggressive effort right now from the Girlz. Smiths for the clearance out, beaten by the lols. Shu on the backboard.
6 months BBY, love you long time.
Clearance out. Next to Shu, still on the ball, but given up. Damo will receive.
This guy.
Steve out to Smith. Shu up in the air. Has to bail out on that challenge. Give him possession to the lols. Looks for a pass. It's worked out greatly for them. Far post shot. Great save from Mr. Shushu. Just reacts in time. Smith can't get that dribble around Damo off the side corner now. Damo doesn't find it past Steve. Kerr players not been working out too well for the Girlz right now. They're just not finding the right passes that they want. They're trying to convert it into just solo attempt goals, but Smith's team defense is just a little bit too good for that. They're going to have to try something involving the team more. The passes have not been there yet, Bizer.
You just got to remember the aggression, though, from Smith's team has been relentless. And when they go forward, it's sort of forced the point of the Girlz to play that solo play and send it down and hope for the best and see if they can play off a rebound or at least something of a defensive error. And that's what they're hoping at the moment. And it's sort of not the play where you want to go. The game's tight, so that's where they're going to play it for now and hope. We'll more likely see a defensive mistake happen or someone take a risk and hope to get it. Shushu, very early on, you saw it in the other game, he made a mistake and it went against them. Or he made an attempt at a shot and it went against them. They're going to have a go here.
Smith, shoot. Follow up, shoots high and wide. So unfortunate, bounce out of the little corner. Damo, will he get the counter-attack goal? No, Smith rotates through in time. I've just seen in chat as well, Buzz, something quite impressive. Sanayas was a 6-month resub.
I was going to wait, but...
Oh, you can't wait.
Legend. He's a legend. I love the guy.
He is a legend.
We'll give him a shout-out and break.
Yeah, a bigger one. But there's the acknowledgement. We do know Sanayas.
50 seconds remaining. It's underneath. Smith's with a chance here to finish it. This one cleared out as Lulz goes wide. He needs his second touch to go in his favour. He's actually launched it onto goal, and that one cleared. Slurpee monster. And that one, Shushu. Smiths now goes forward to the wall. Interesting as Shushu cuts it across. Damo now has played out. Lulz had to make the save. Not credited, though. Ends up with the clear instead. Smiths here, just going to drag it back. Right now, it is the Girlz that need to send this one down for an overtime period. Otherwise, Smith's team are going to walk away with it after we're thinking this was completely against them, being down a couple games and the Girlz controlling through the middle part of the series. And this is where it ends for them. Smith's team, they get it done after a couple real nervous moments throughout the middle of the series.
Yeah, it was pretty sketchy there. Games 2 and 3 did not go their way, but they bring it back in 4 and 5. And as I initially said, quite a closely contested game in the end there, Bizer.
Yep.
So, I mean, the Girlz, they did all they could. A lot of aggressive effort came out from Smith's team. They certainly had the better of the pass plays there. And just, I don't know whether it was just a lack of communication from the Girlz or simply just a better communication on the side of Smith's teams. They clearly showed they wanted it more.
All right, I'm going to get some love out for Sanayas, man. 6 months, absolute legend, dude. Thank you very much. Cheers. It's much appreciated. Oh, your green screen's gone funny. No, it's all right.
It has?
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
For a moment, it went funny with your light. Absolute legend, man. But they go forward. Really good Smith's team to see them go forward. The Girlz are really good at... It was good to see them and at least have a crack at it, Renkyz.
Yeah.
The very first match, that 4-0 could have really gone against them, and that could have been something that you could have been a 3-0 series and could have been very, very much over for these guys. But they made it very competitive in game 2, game 3.
Yep.
Game 4, when it sort of went against them, they were at least making the body checks, they were bringing the scores back. They had the opportunity to try and finish it then. And in that game as well, they had the opportunity as well. So this is unfortunate they couldn't get it over the line. The pressure from Smith's team, they're relentless. And we talked about the player talent. It's certainly the next level.
Absolutely. And, it's just unfortunate for them that it is just a single elimination tournament because, maybe if it was a double elim and they're in that lower bracket, there's certainly a team that's capable of being able to bring it back through that lower bracket and at least get, towards at least quarterfinal stages or something like that. But unfortunately, it's just not their day, it seems, Bizer. And we do see Smith's team, move on.